What's up, PO fans? Soulfate here, bringing you guys a Overused battle between Jeffdacheese and Swano. We have two sand teams going at it head to head. We'll take a look at Swano's team first. He is using a specially defensive Tyranitar. I believe his Terrakion is scarfed, just from observation. Didn't run any calcs or anything, but or do any checks. But I could be wrong. If I am, just comment and be like, Soulfate, you're wrong, you're a dumbass, all that shit. It's cool. He's got Bronzong and Ferrothorn there, so he's got a pretty bulky team already. And then he finishes it off with a Jellicent and Alakazam there, who is a Calm Mind set. We'll take a look at Jeffdacheese's set, or not set, team. He's using a Terrakion that's Sub-Swords Dancing, a Paraflinching Jirachi, Toxic Stalling Gliscor. He's got Heatran on a Balloon, Banded Scizor, and Tyranitar that is also specially defensive. So with that, let's start the battle. Swano's going to lead off with Tyranitar and switch out immediately to avoid the close combat from the Terrakion, who's going to set up a substitute as he switches into Jellicent and goes for the Swords Dance on the Scald. And he's going to finish the Jellicent off really early with a Stone Edge. So, quick kill for Jeff, and he is going to get the early 6-5 lead. Terrakion is going to come in next and go for the close combat, and that's my first clue that it could be scarfed, but I could be wrong like I said earlier. He's going to make a great prediction here and go into Bronzong to take the Toxic. Not sure if that was a prediction or maybe just he was thinking of going into it to go for the Hidden Power Ice, but it paid off. He avoided the Toxic. He did get taunted, but not that big a deal. He does have Ferrothorn, this thing, and he has Tyranitar, so he has 3 plausible pokes that could have the Stealth Rocks. He's just going to keep going for the Hidden Power Ice as Jeff switches out into Jirachi and goes for the Thunder Wave and begins to attempt to Paraflinch him, which he successfully does right here. And Swano's going to stay in, go for the Earthquake. Doesn't deal a heck of a lot, but it deals a decent enough chunk to be a 4-hit KO. But Jeff is going to go for the Wish and pass it into his Gliscor. And here, Swano makes a great prediction and goes for the Hidden Power Ice, predicting that he wasn't going to preserve his Jirachi, but instead preserve his Gliscor, because Swano does still have the Terrakion running about, and if this thing goes down, then that will be able to tear through his entire team. Anyways, so it's back to this stally part where they're just protecting and going for Hidden Power Ices. Jeff's trying to stall out the HP Ice, and he sends in his Heatran here and goes for a Fire Blast. And Swano's just going to switch into his Tyranitar and take that very nicely, and take the Earth Power extremely nicely, and go for the Stealth Rocks. So he gets the rocks up first, and he's going to go for the Crunch. Jeff's just going to protect there and go for the Earth Power next turn. And Swano goes for the Crunch again. I think he's looking for the defensive drop to maybe take this thing out with a Earthquake or something. Regardless, he's going to switch out into his Bronzong, dodge the Earth Power, and then double switch into his Terrakion to take the Fire Blast and go for the close combat on the Protect. He's going to go for it again here, and that's clue number 2, because I figured it would deal a little bit more damage if it was banded. I could be wrong though. I'll run calcs and maybe get Derwin to put an notion up about that. Gliscor is going to go for the Protect here, and Bronzong's going to be paralyzed. Not a whole lot happening still. And now he's going to send in Tyranitar to take the obvious Fire Blast. Not obvious Fire Blast. Obvious Fire Blast. He's going to go for the Crunch. He gets to the defensive drop here, so he knows he can kill. Not sure if the crit mattered. Might have, but whatever. He's just going to sack his Tyranitar to the Scizor here anyways, and go into his Ferrothorn, who is going to go for the Leech Seed, and he misses the first one, so he's going to get hit with a T-Wave and go for a second one. Misses again. And he goes for a third one. Third time's a charm. I guess that makes up for the crit on the Heatran earlier in case it wouldn't have killed. So anyways, Jeff's just going to keep going for the pair flinching and the wishing. He's trying to get Gliscor at a good enough health, which he does here, but as Swano makes a bit of a bad choice and goes into Tracheon. It was kind of obvious Gliscor was coming next, but he does dodge the EQ, and he's going to go for the obvious hidden power Ice, and Jeff's just going to switch into Tyranitar as well. This is a really long battle. So, I normally upload quick battles because I typically play a little bit more offensive than this, especially this gen. Back in Gen 4 when I played, I didn't upload until Black and White came out. But back in Gen 4 when I played, I did play a little bit more stalling, a bit more defensive. But I found in Gen 5, it's really more of an offensive metagame, and I like a lot of the offensive pokes a lot better in Gen 5. So most of my commentaries are only like 5-6 minutes top. So if you like quick battles, then go check out my channel. But if you like long battles, those are very rare on my channel. Anyways, getting back to the battle, we've got Jeff with his scissor out here. He's going to go for the superpower on the Bronzong, who's going to go for the Earthquake that didn't do a whole lot considering that scissor was at -1 defense. But regardless, he's going to go into his Alakazam here and goes for the Psychic. And Jeff's just going to go for the EQ. He's going to go for the obvious Protect here. So Swano goes for the Calm Mind here. And Jeff's going to switch into Tyranitar to take the Psychic. So Swano goes for the Focus Blast, and he does get the hit, which is very nice. And he's going to go for he's going to switch out into Bronzong to take the Bullet Punch because he wants to preserve his Alakazam. There's not a whole lot Jeff can do to Swano at this point, so Swano goes for the Earthquake as Jeff switches into Gliscor and dodges it with ease, goes for a Protect. Swano gets the pair hacks there, so doesn't have to waste an HP Ice. Jeff, meanwhile, goes for the second Protect. It fails, and he's going to get killed off with an HP Ice. And this is pretty much the battle. Jeff has no choice but to really just send everything out to their death, because this Bronzong just fucking destroyed. Oh, not sure if I can say that on this channel, but too late. Anyways, the Bronzong is going to take the superpower very nicely and kill off the scissor with an Earthquake, and that's going to be the game. So great battle, guys. I'm sure if they upload battles, their links will be in the description, as well as mine. Anyways, guys, I'm Soulfate, and I'm signing out. That's all for today. Peace out. Yes, boys.